Hello, welcome back to the community kitchen. Today we're doing chicken, a simple recipe for breaded chicken with a side of coleslaw. I have chicken pieces here that I marinated for about 6 hours now. They're marinating in buttermilk. Buttermilk is a great marinade for chicken. It gives it moisture and makes it really nice and flavorful. So this has been like I said, marinating in this buttermilk for about 6 hours now. I use this to make some holes in it, so it will the marinade will penetrate better into the chicken. I'm using drumsticks today. You could use chicken breast, you could use the whole thigh, the whole leg, thighs, whatever pieces of chicken you like. So that's for the chicken. As for the breading, I'm using cornflakes today. I crushed it a little bit just with my hand like this. I have a Old Bay seasoning, which I like to use with my chicken, but if you don't have it, just sprinkle a little paprika, little cayenne, salt and pepper. If you like garlic powder, onion powder, that would be great too. You could add it to the breading, and that will be it. So we put it in a greased tray and we bake it, and it's really a very nice a meal. Everybody likes it, kids likes it, adults likes it, but like I said, the biggest thing here is the marinade in the buttermilk. Now if you don't have buttermilk and you want to make your own, it's very easy. You could just 1 cup of milk, add a teaspoon of lemon juice, let it sit for 10 minutes, and it will give you the same results and same texture and the taste of the buttermilk. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll start breading. We could give it a little coating, and then we just put it into the cover it with the, just like that, press it in. If you want to, you could press it more into the. A lot of recipes tell you to dip it in egg too, but this will do without the egg. So like I said, we're gonna bake it at 375, depending on the size of your pieces of chicken, or whether it's a breast or a leg. The temperature, the length of baking differs. So obviously if it's a whole leg, will take longer. Chicken breast will take less time to cook than a drumstick or a whole leg. So depending, but like in general, like for drumsticks like this, it takes like maybe about 40 minutes. Now, if you want to test for doneness, it's important that we make sure our chicken is fully cooked. We could use a thermometer like this. It should read at 165 in order for the chicken to be fully cooked and safe to consume. The most important thing though, when you're using those thermometers, make sure when you're taking the temperature, do not let, when you insert it, don't let it touch the bone, because if it does, you get a wrong reading. Make sure it's just in the meat part, and the thermometer does not touch the bone, and it should read a minimum of 165 would be an ideal temperature to cook the chicken. Or you could, if you like it more crusted, you could like sprinkle a little bit more on top of it. You could also spray it with a little bit of oil, or omit the oil altogether. And like I said, if you don't have the Old Bay, replace it with a little bit of paprika and cayenne and salt and pepper, garlic powder if you like. And that's it. This is the chicken. It's gonna be baked, like I said, at 375. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're gonna do coleslaw with it. So this is the coleslaw that we're gonna be serving with it. It's a simple one. It's made with 2 kinds of cabbage, which is the white cabbage and the red cabbage, and then some shredded carrots in it and parsley. It's as simple as that, just those 4 ingredients. Now the dressing could differ. You could add to those 4 ingredients 2 tablespoons of, for example, of mayo, and some salt and pepper, and you'll get like a cream creamy coleslaw, but today I opted for the vinaigrette one. So for this is my coleslaw. I only added a little bit of apple cider to it and some olive oil and salt and pepper, like always. One more thing I should mention here, that is I shredded a small apple and I added to my salad, only because I didn't want to use any refined sugar in my salad. So if you have no problem, you could add a little bit of a sprinkle of white sugar to it, but I replaced the sugar with a small shredded apple. You could also use stevia if you like, instead of that too. The sugar works really well here because it cuts a little bit of the acidity of the apple cider that I put in the salad, but that's the only reason it's there. It's a really nice and refreshing. You could just get it ready and put it in the fridge last minute. You just mix it again. Always taste your food before you serve it, just in case it needs a little bit more here and there, because when food sits, it sometimes tends to become bland and it needs a little bit more of seasoning. So make sure you taste your food, and you serve it with, like I said, cold, with your proteins. Okay, so this is our meal for the day. We have the crusted chicken in buttermilk. So it was marinated in buttermilk and crusted with cornflakes. This is our vinaigrette coleslaw that we made to go with it. You could also now have other options like grilled vegetables, like I have here. You could add corn on a cob, would be great option to do. That goes really well with this meal. I hope you try it. It's easy, it's really flavorful, and will be one of your favorites. One thing I should mention: every time we are working with raw chicken, we have to make sure before we move, to do other stuff, or we have to make sure we clean our surface, make sure it's clean. There's no any raw chicken like juices or anything anywhere around you. Change your utensils, discard of your gloves if you're wearing any, so there won't be any cross contamination between the raw chicken and your next item, especially if it's a salad, if you are eating something like a salad. So please make sure your surfaces are clean and sanitized, and you change your cutting board, your knife, whatever, your spoon, whatever you're using. Make sure it's all clean and sanitized. That's all for the day. I hope you try it. It's like I said, it's a great recipe in any time of the year, and enjoy with your family. Thank you for watching. Bye.